Whoa!
You want to talk about growing up saved?
Yo, that's gonna kill it. Yeah, I gotta have a little intro beat.
Dr. T. This guy. The stallion.
Listen, hey, you see the hats? You see the hats behind me? You know what it
When
is.
did you start rocking cowboy hats and boots?
When I start riding bulls, that's when it all came into
When you started
perspective.
riding bulls?
Yeah,
Now, normally, riding bull thing is for the, you know what I mean?
the Caucasians, the people.
blonde and redhead chicks. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Mr.
look.
Moore, I don't know what you're on.
Listen, hey, you're stupid. You're stupid. Anyway, let's just go ahead and do this. Welcome to Detox Podcast, everybody. I have a special show we're doing on Saturday, just because tomorrow's Super Bowl, and I don't think anyone, including myself, would be up to doing this. So we're gonna do it today on Saturday. Today is something different. Usually I come with like one topic and we talk about it and zone in on that, but not today. Today is what we like to call the round table talk. And basically we have a whole list of things we're going to discuss.
Can I be Jada?
Huh?
Can I be Jada?
You want to be Jada? You wanna bring people into perspective? I don't know. I'm telling you, the comments is where it gets funny. But so what we're gonna do is, like I said, we got a list of topics. We're gonna jump in though. But for everybody who don't know, this is Shamel, the Great Simmons, one of the best rappers coming out of SeaTac, Washington. She don't talk.
Wait, what?
Okay, fine. My bad. Where are you from? Where are you from? Tacoma? I mean,
never that.
So
I can show you some Tacoma rats.
Oh, I was up there. I remember.
I can show you a Tacoma rat. What that looks like.
You're stupid. Listen. All right, we got. All right, look, Jeremy's gonna hop in the middle. He's out in Vegas right now, hopefully staying away from COVID. But in the meantime, we finna jump into it. First off, one thing I want to talk about is what is becoming the normal in relationships. Ooh. You trade personality for looks.
Ooh, never.
No, I'm not saying you, but I'm saying it's something we see. Like, let's just be real. A lot of times nowadays, you have a lot of people. They want that arm candy, so it's like, forget who this person really is. Yeah, like I mean, it's the world we live in for some reason. Everybody wants the bad bitch, or
They get it. They get it.
It's crazy. Like, so my thing is that when you choose to be with somebody, it doesn't matter if it's short term, long term, you want to pick somebody that you're like, that's compatible. Somebody's going to treat you right, not just somebody who look good.
Major facts.
Because otherwise you end up with a whole lot of bull going on in your life. Am I right or am I wrong?
Oh, you right.
I mean.
You didn't have some pieces that was.
Wait a minute.
I didn't have some what?
You didn't have some pieces that was like.
Listen.
2 + 2 is 4.
I was younger then. I'm much more mature now. So the things that.
The Lord.
Listen. The things in the women I were entertaining back then, thank the Lord. Yes, like you said, that I've grown.
You've been delivered.
I know. I'm a father now. That's crazy. It's crazy to say. I'm a
100-fold. River, press down, shake it together. It's about to run it over. Okay. That's crazy in itself.
That I'm a dad?
Yes.
How?
Because you got to think growing up, you see and you think about our futures, who was going to be doing what, when and where, how it was going to be laid down. You being a father was never like, oh yeah, Terrence is going to be a daddy, Terrence is going to have kids. And no, it was like, Terrence gonna be the uncle that everybody want to go kick it with, and then he gotta drop them off by a certain time because the nigga about to go hit the club and go. Yeah, he about to go do what he do. If a girl did come up pregnant or something, it'd be like, I wasn't the only one that week.
I was that guy. You always thought I would be. I mean,
I am 110% positive. I am not that baby daddy.
I mean, hey,
as we grow, and we go through life, we do mature and we do change. So our aspirations and the things that we want change. So maybe now in the space that you're in now, absolutely. But I just remember Bev, Bill, DeVoe, y'all, you know what I mean? I could see none of y'all being daddies.
Oh, Bell Biv the Bros. Oh, that's right. That's right. Dang. See, and it's funny because
getting ready to sell y'all Roy Loads across the world, and now niggas got kids and wives and shit. Like what?
Life comes at you fast, you know what I mean? Hey,
I'm dodging all of it.
Matrix, you
hey.
All right, so kind of get back on it though. Why do you think it is that people settle as far as they're willing to give up someone with a great personality just for someone who looks good? Why do you think that is?
Bragging purposes.
You think so?
Absolutely. Think about it. If I think about what everybody's doing. All we do now is see pictures and videos. We see a snapshot of somebody's world or reality. You feel me? We have this misconstrued vision or conception of what reality and stuff is. So it's like if my girl is banging, or my nigga looks swole or he flaunting all this money, not knowing that's really the plug's money. you know what I mean? That's really your tax refund, from the kids that you got with 3 other niggas. You know what I mean?
Dang.
You know what I mean? If we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna talk about it.
Listen.
It's all about perception and clout. Like I can you see some of these even celebrities, you're like, how is she with you? Like how do you have somebody like that? Or she looked good, and so all I'm doing is posting pictures of her body or me with her, or it's like bragging purposes. It's like a trophy. You feel me? Like I feel like the unfortunate thing about today is we've gotten to the point where we're looked at. I mean, when I say we, I mean women are only looked at prized possessions. You feel me? Y'all want us to be seen, not heard. You feel me? And you want us to be visible but not felt. You feel me? So it's like you're bad. I'm gonna show this picture. All you're showing is body parts. All you're showing is what they're dressed in and how it looks on them, their shapes and what they're showing. You're not sitting up there. You're not posting about, oh, me and my boo had this conversation and man, we was talking about this and we were talking about that. It's looks, or she looked good doing the busted challenge, or left cheek, right cheek. Like, you know what I mean? There's no substance. It's all physical. It's all what I see.
Yeah, I can't give up. I'm gonna just be real. Me personally, I'm not cool with my girl like twerking and shaking it all on Instagram. I mean, that's not me. Like, my thing is that if you could do it, fine, great. Save it.
It's not for the win.
Yeah. If it's for the world, you for the streets. That's how I look at it. Like, I'm just saying. Trust me, I know. I used to be in the streets all the time, so I know like what the streets want. But it's like, for me, like if you could do all that for social media, like why do I want you? I mean, so but it's funny you mentioned the bus shop. Would you ever be cool with someone with like one of your people doing like the challenges, one of the crazy challenges like that be out there?
If one of my people decided to do that, but you know what I mean? If my girl is out here busting it, and depending on what it is, like depending on what it is, cool. But it's like, what are we doing what we do for? You feel me? And
attention.
Exactly. And it's like, technology is a blessing on so many levels, but it's unfortunate and it's a curse on a whole nother level. Is because now it's all popularity and attention. See me, see me, see me for this. Let me paint this facade and this picture for you, so you can think this is what it is. So you can like or comment or share your opinion. Like, who are you? Like, really, who are you? You know, technology and social media stuff gave people platforms and opinions that don't matter. Like, who are you? You know
Yeah,
what I
I
mean?
don't. It's crazy to me how people. Because I thought the Busted challenge was funny to me. To me, it was funny just because I saw like the comments that was coming under people's stuff, and it's like somebody said something about some woman posted a Busted video, and it was like she looked like a big rig. You know, I mean, so it's like, and it's just funny, like when people when people get ridiculed like that, they get so hurt, like their feelings. And my thing is like, but you
But you're
did,
putting yourself out there like that.
yeah, it's like you did this to you. Like, did nobody?
And you thought you were cute. That's what's so cold about it.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. Like, they just be like, "Yeah, I killed this." Like, look at
Yeah.
me, and then next thing you know, it's like, "Nah, you look like a Tonka toy." And you got somebody out there making them feel bad because actually that one chick did it. And I'm not gonna lie, her best video was amazing. Chloe,
One of the
yeah, one of the singer,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So she did that, and then and so she was feeling it because everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, she did this, did this," and she did like I don't know if it was the really silhouette challenge or a video
I
kind of like
still
the
ain't seen
silhouette challenge.
that. What
Listen,
that is about.
that's dumb. Whatever. People just get naked. It's like soft porn on HBO. But
Is
anyway,
that what Trey Songz got blown up for? He
I
did
have
one?
no idea what Trey Songz got
And
blown up
everybody's like, Trigger?
for. I have no idea what Trey Songz always in the news for something. Last week he was choking out a cop. Now he's
Showing his dick.
yeah. I mean, this guy's
But
crazy.
this is what they tell. If you're not relevant and getting numbers on an Instagram or a Snapchat or something, then they try to make you feel like you're not relevant, you're not important, or you're not doing something. If you're not talking about me on TikTok and all this other stuff. What's up, Dre?
That boy said he promised his girl could get on there and do the busted or the silhouette challenge. He will be good and won't say anything. I just want to know, is he not saying anything? Is he's moonwalking out that relationship, or is he not saying anything? Like, you know, just kind of like, it's cool. She did it. It is what it is. I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to tell a woman what to do with her body. It's your body. But if you want to put all your business out there, then I just don't want to be with you. You know, my thing is, feel free to do whatever you want. Like, I'm not no like control freak, but my thing is just like, respect yourself.
Facts.
Like,
and that's really what it boils down to. We all have choices. You feel me? But again, it's the validation and the self-esteem and the attention. That's one of the coldest drugs out here is attention.
Yeah.
And validation. And you got to think self-esteem starts with self. They don't have it, so they're seeking it
elsewhere. They're seeking it from the world, from people. And that thing is like people are out here doing it for people who don't even know them. Like, I don't know you except the fact that you are a celebrity and you do this, that, and other, and you don't even know I exist. But it's like you're doing it for my approval. And little old Dr. T can say something that you might not necessarily agree with, and all of a sudden you're going through depression.
Listen,
as a celebrity.
I have never heard the word anxiety until I was about maybe 10 years ago. I'm like, what? Like, and people will break it down into, I'm like, so it sounds like worry, stress, but anxiety this, anxiety this, anxiety this, anxiety. And I'm like, where's this stuff coming from? And it's all to get the validation and attention from these platforms and to feel worthy or non-worthy based off of what social media tells me I should be, how I should be, when I should be. No, it's not. And you know why? Because it's not accessible to everybody. You feel me? You feel me? The coldest drug out there is fear, because
Yeah.
that everybody got it.
You're right about that. But this Dre is stupid. I don't even know why we're talking this. Listen, all right, so yeah, we're talking yeah, so it's definitely it's a drug. People really, it's crazy because people are really out here killing themselves over it. Like, yeah, it's like my thing is, me personally, I'm gonna just be real. I was not always as attractive as I am now. And it's hey, you gotta own it. You know what I mean? Listen. My self esteem is up here. I'm confident. Look, you can.
That's the thing. You've always been handsome. You feel me? Is you've never been ugly. We didn't grow up with some ugly people. You've never been ugly. We can.
Listen, hey, it's crazy though, because my I said that to say this though. I feel like times are just different. Because like us growing up, we grew up being told like, nah, you ain't this, you ain't that. And it's like it kind of helped build us to where it's like, can't nobody tell me nothing. I know who I am, I know what I'm versus now it's like you tell somebody, oh, you're not pretty. That too, and all this her no, they're mortified.
Charges.
It's assault. Like,
defamation.
Oh man, it's the man. Look, I didn't know you can file that on somebody so easily. I didn't realize how, like, because if somebody come on this podcast and make me feel a certain type of way, I'm taking this video evidence to the courts and I'm getting my money.
Listen,
small.
And this is what I feel like people got to realize they have no grounds on. When you put yourself out there on a public platform, then you're putting yourself out there for the public's opinion. So just because you feel one way about something doesn't mean I have to wear it. Doesn't mean that's just your opinion. You know what I mean? I could take that or not, but they're like, oh my God, you said that this blouse was salmon and it's really pink. Oh, I cannot believe this. I'm calling PETA because it's a disgrace to animals. Like, it's just, they're weirdos, bro.
Yeah, it is weird. All right, I got another question for you.
What's up?
You go. Hey. All right. So, and I'm only asking you this because we know the same people.
Oh God.
So, do you think people nowadays are more likely to date an attractive person and settle for them cheating instead of dating a faithful person who is less attractive?
Absolutely. Absolutely, they are. Absolutely.
Is that okay? But does that fall into the self-esteem or the bragging rights? Because it's like, do I not respect myself?
That's exactly what it is. I don't respect myself enough to feel like I deserve better, and this is all that I can get. Or you gotta also think about upbringing, and what they've been exposed to, and what they feel their value or what that should look like. It's, well, he's a good man. You feel me? Yeah, he likes to sleep around, but he takes care of home. Yeah, he likes to beat my ass, but I don't want for nothing. I don't have. I depend on this person. People justify being mistreated, and they justify less than what they want and means because they think that's all I'm gonna get, which is a reflection on them thinking this is all I deserve. When you know your worth, and you know, oh, that's what you want to do? Okay, boo. I can show you better than I can tell you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Moonwalk out that relationship just like Dre.
You know what I mean? I'm beating it. What?
Yeah, because it's weird. But my thing is, like, what do we say to the person who knows someone's in a relationship, knows someone's let's put it, knows someone is married and they're still sleeping with a married person or a person in a relationship? What does that say about them? If you are knowingly participating in an affair, like, how do you justify that? Or is it like there's no blame on them because
oh no, you're just as guilty, because then it's like we're again standards for yourself. You feel me? Because even if you're telling me, oh yeah, we're gonna break up, we're just going through a lot, even okay, then I know my worth enough to know that if I'm still here when that happens, and we can have that conversation. But until then, we got nothing to talk about. Again, it's knowing my worth. Like, I'm not even going to entertain the conversation and you got a ring on your finger. You're going to lay up with another bitch. You feel me? You're going back somewhere else with somebody else. What? Absolutely not.
I hope people who live in SeaTac, Washington are paying very close attention.
No, you didn't. No.
Hey, my boy.
Listen, I'm not a part of that. Black men don't cheat. Yes, y'all niggas do it. And I know you ain't talking.
I'm about to say, is that quiz?
Up here talking about black men don't cheat.
Is that
you
bro?
Out of all people, bro? You
hey,
all people.
See, this is why I love doing this podcast, because people get in the comments and forget who they are.
Exactly. You better quit.
Like, we all grew up together.
You better stop for all of them chime in on this Facebook Live. You better cut it out. You better go somewhere and sit down.
Listen, I think they all down in SoCal watching right now.
Listen, hey, they in SoCal. They probably gonna pop up over in Bremerton. They probably gonna pop up out in Vancouver. He better go sit down. He already know. All people.
Hey, quiz. Dang, Shamel, why you do that to him?
Show me. You threw yourself responding on a public platform, some bullshit.
We just talked about it. Listen, didn't nobody know your situation?
Listen, nobody. You commented, so listen. Yeah, because you know.
Hey, that is hilarious. See, and when I made the SeaTac comment, I wasn't even referring to him. Good Lord, that's
you're really going for it.
Reach one, teach one. You never know.
Hey, I know you ain't talking, because we can listen. We could talk about some settling.
Listen, my past. My past is, it's my past. It stays there.
Some people live there.
I don't. I don't.
Okay.
I live with my daughter and my girl and the family. I have nothing to do with me.
Okay.
Hold on, you got me thinking. Like, wait, where do I live? I live in Sacramento. I'm like, wait, I live in Oak Grove. I don't live there. Girl,
we just gonna let it be.
You ain't gonna trap me on my show.
We're not gonna do that.
You ain't gonna trap me on my show. You
we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that.
I know. Listen,
I know. We ain't gonna do that.
But see, once again, that's not a reflection on me, because that had nothing to do with me.
It had everything to do with you.
I did.
Because you got to think about it. When we really want something and we're really about something, we're gonna be relentless. You're not even gonna be able to breathe enough to go make that move. You feel me? To go to the left when I know I'm right.
Good point.
Talk to me.
I didn't make the move though, which means what?
Exactly. You wasn't serious about
it. Because it wasn't my place. I had too much self-respect. Why am I finna go do that when you got your whole situation going on?
Was it though? Was it? But you knew what you knew. You feel me? And you could have stood up and shown that and could have been that. You feel me? Because it wasn't like it was after the fact.
True.
You feel me? So you had a chance to call bluff, and you did. You folded. It's cool though.
I had a few chances. They were all there.
So it's like
they were all there.
You can't do this, because you got 3 of them things pointing back at you, because you have multiple.
However, I'm a better man now, and that's where we stand. That's where we stand.
Great. And if I do the math, the situation kind of add up. Just say, stay.
He's talking to me. Tell me stay in my lane.
Yeah.
My lane is
because it seems like the luggage on each side is equal. It would have, what it could have looked like.
It could have been bad on a lot of things. That's why, I took the Christian high road.
Did you? Or you were still out there being a hoe? Caught up and nobody was waiting on that, and then what they did, it was like, nigga, when you figure it out, I might be here, I might not. Nigga, what?
I plead the fifth.
Exactly. Hey, you still Kiki? Do you love me?
It's hella funny because everybody, like, people always tell me, like, my my birthday was nothing but basically like a show, like because every throwback video of me was just me dancing, and they said I was the originator of the Busted Challenge. I don't know. I don't know why that came to be because I mean I was just enjoying myself. I mean I'm trying to think. I think I did do the Kiki Do You Love Me thing at one point in time. Ooh, hopefully that video don't surface. Hey, so another thing I want to talk about this nowhere in the Bible. I know.
Okay, let's go.
All right, hold on, because I know you've seen it. Hold on. I know you've seen it. So you seen those Adam and Eve things, right? The Adam and Eve post, like the God didn't send Adam to do blah blah blah, this, that, and other. Hey, so now I guess it's like a trending topic. And so look at this. Nowhere in the Bible did I read that Adam dropped Eve off at work and kept her car.
Facts.
And it said nowhere in the Bible did it say Adam paid all of Eve's rent.
They didn't have rent, but okay.
Okay, but here's my thing. And I said that to say this. Are we at a point now in the world or in times where to be in a relationship with someone, you have to become financially responsible for them?
You should want to be financially responsible, period.
No, but I see, but my I know where you're going. But what I'm saying is that should it be when you're dating? I'm not talking about marriage. Marriage, of course, yes. I'm talking about when you're dating, maybe a month in, 2 months in. Is it a man's responsibility to take financial ownership of her?
Absolutely not. And any strong, independent woman is not going to let you do that. Now, but again, I think one of the key things that you have to remember is people's upbringing and the systematic societal norms of what they teach and what they tell you is supposed to look like and be. Because you really have to look at it, and it's more like Dre said about staying in your lane. You feel me? What is the problem if you have a strong woman who has a great career, can make some things happen? You feel me? And she's just like, yo, I got us. I just want you here with the kids. We don't want to put our kids in school. You feel me? I don't want them going to daycare. I want us to teach them and do it. I got us. You feel me? How is that going to make you feel?
As a person, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I would not mind being a stay-at-home dad.
But a lot of people have a problem with that because of the societal norms and the systematic ideologies that people put on people to say, listen, you're a man, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this, and you have to do that. I'm trying to think back even in a time, and if we want to talk about and even go back into slavery and go back into what we're doing, when have we ever depended on you for anything?
Y'all didn't, but the masses did. They wanted us out in the field. But I mean, what I'm trying to
and they wanted us in the house raising kids. They wanted us in their kitchens cooking their food.
Because they know how to use seasoning. They didn't know where it was.
But I mean, it was a labor situation. But even then, you wasn't bringing home any bacon. I'm bringing you the scraps from the kitchen that I'm in working.
That makes sense. Yeah. So I don't understand why society is now. It's that in order for, because now, and let's just say, and my issue, because let me just start there. My issue with this whole Adam Eve thing is that you have young women growing up, and I only say because now I got a daughter. I'm a dad now, so I got to think different. Pops, it's like you have young women who are seeing these celebrities and listening to them, and their whole mind frame is, if he can't buy you a bag, if he can't buy you a Birkin, if he can't pay your rent, if he can't do this, that for you, then he to the streets. But it's like they never talk about if the man doesn't love you, if the man doesn't respect you, if he doesn't treat your parents, your children. If you guys
you teach something that you don't know and display yourself?
My thing is,
how can you instill something in somebody that you don't even grasp the concept on your own? The disservice that people do to young women and their little girls and stuff is they treat them They want their husbands or their men or whoever they get with to treat them like their father or would do, or a parent would do. The work, to me, in my opinion, the worst thing that you could do for a little girl, if you have a little girl, is give her that mentality, because then it's like I'm looking for a man that can provide something monetary or materialistic for me. You feel me? When you can instill in, you don't need a man to do this. You could do all of these things on your own. And if you meet somebody that's on your level that off the gate is doing this, okay, y'all can have a conversation and talk. But think about it. Why do you teach me to be dependent on somebody else to do anything, male or female? I should know how to change a tire. I should know, listen, I should know little boys, boys aren't thinking about marriage and love and relationship. They're horny. They're looking at you as, listen, you look good. I don't understand what I feel about you. I know I feel something, and all I want to do is put my hands on you, as far as, doing something physical or intimate with you. You know what I mean? Like, you focus on what makes you happy. What accepting and knowing yourself, building your confidence and her self-esteem to where she's not looking for her dad in men. Like that's weird to me when people are like, I'm looking here my partner. Huh?
Yeah, it's weird. Like that's saying when, because everyone, they always say like, oh, girls end up marrying someone like their father.
That's weird.
That's
weird.
I love my mom to death, but I don't want Trina to be anything like Regina. Like
I'm running. You tell me you're a Libra. Bye. Bye. We can't even. Conversation's over. Oh, I gotta go.
I got deja vu. I've been through this before. Don't want to do it again.
Right.
Not like, so it's Lisa said, watch it. No, we're being respectful to Lisa. We're not. It's nothing bad, it's just that.
LaShawn, no talking about. You see shit. We can talk about it.
Yeah, you're heck of dumb. Nah, but seriously, it's like my thing, because my girl had kids before me and her got together, and it's like, even I tell them all the time, like, hey, as long as like we're instilling things in them, is different than, it's like you said, I don't want to teach, or she doesn't teach her daughter. It's just like everything should be handed. It's like a work towards things yourself, because it's like, because one lesson that my mom taught me that I truly appreciate is that she made me go out and work. Like I was 13 years old pushing a lawnmower, down the street, cutting the neighbor's lawn. And it was like that value of $1. I mean, people don't say it now, but when they said it back then, it didn't really register. But now I understand, when you spend your money on something, that is a lot more like precious to me versus if somebody does it for me. Because if they do it for me, it's kind of like, whatever. But if it's like
you get entitled, you expect everybody to just give you or do. But that's another thing that this generation, you got to think, like, right after it, like, we wasn't no phone. What? You ain't get no cell phone. You don't got your computer. We couldn't even shut our doors. We didn't even have a door to shut. This ain't what?
Them hinges will come off.
Like the whole process and it was like everything went out the window after us. And then you wonder why you have these demons running around us out here now. Like, where's the standard? Where's the parenting? Where is the it really takes a village, bro. It really takes a village. And if parents and people are too busy to instill things into their kids and raise them right, you feel me? You gonna be running around.
See, I don't think that it's busy anymore. I think that it's just it's become the norm for people to just kind of like let it go. It's like what I think when it really started happening was the whole stump out the bullying. After that started, then it was like, don't spank your child, love your child. Don't tell your child when they're doing wrong. Just show them the right way. And it's like, no.
Again, we allow outside influences to dictate what we do. Like, no, that never worked for white people and it still ain't working. Why do we continue to want to adapt things that were never meant for us, that were never meant to work or prosper? It's just a form of control of what they can. How you gonna tell me anything that I'm gonna do over here?
In my house where I pay, that's the one thing I loved about growing up black that I used to love hearing. I used to like folks be like, Mama, my teacher, your teacher don't live here. Your teacher don't pay no bills. Your teacher don't run. You right, Mama. My teacher don't do none of that.
Only thing I didn't appreciate and I don't like growing up black is that we don't instill we don't instill confidence, we don't uplift, we really don't invest in our kids like how our counterparts do. We really don't encourage them, we really don't love them in those senses, and help them set up for success and for better. You know, it's you raise us right in the sense of manners. You raise us right in a sense of fear and respect. But as far as like investing in you or me or for what it is that our passions or our love or who we are, you're right, some, a whole majority. Now there's a very few now. And you know, the difference is the educated black folks and the non-educated black folks. And there's more non-educated black folks than there is educated. So unfortunately, some of us, majority of us didn't receive those things. And there wasn't any importance or any investments done on those senses to have us be better than what they were.
I think one stereotype that I remember people saying is growing up, that when we were growing up, that actually affected kids in a negative way. The whole stereotype that if, as a black person, you were speaking with proper English, you were talking white.
Yeah.
And that honestly now,
Auntie Lisa was never going for that. What
at all. Ain't a word. Ain't a word.
What? I did never.
No, it's that stereotype right there. That I feel like that one alone set a lot of people back. It did, because it's like no one wanted to be the whitewashed kid. No one wanted to be that outcast, that outsider. So it's like if someone said that to you, like, "Oh, you talking white,"
right?
As a black kid, oh, you was offended,
right? Because everybody wants to be accepted and want to fit in, but you never fit in anywhere because you were too proper or whitish for the culture, and then all the white people see is you black. So the fact that you even can articulate that you really don't fit in anywhere. You feel me? So you're constantly battling not only with yourself but with cultural identity and where you fit in and how you fit in. It's not looked upon as you being versatile and you being able to relate and you can be in real rooms where real niggas ain't allowed. You feel me? Like,
yeah, we call those people light skin.
Yeah.
that's the word for them. Masses children.
We feel niggas. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Nah, I feel like me personally, like me having a daughter now, having kids in the house, it's like I feel like it's a lot on me to make sure that I do this the right way, because it's like,
what is that?
What is the right way?
Yeah, like really, what is
okay?
That?
So my thing is this: when a child, and my mom prepared. My mom did an excellent job preparing me and Kier for the world in terms of like she didn't coddle, but at the same time, it's like she didn't just throw us to the wolves. So when I say the right way, like you said, you want to prepare. And one thing that a lot of people were not taught was preparation. Mm-hmm. It's that you have all of this. This is what the world is, but we're going to hold that. You're not going to see the real world. We're going to see what we want you to see.
Facts.
Therefore, meaning when it's time for you to go, you get out in the world, you can't handle it because it's like, oh my God, I've never seen this before. What do I do? is this? What is that? And so some people can adapt and relate, and all of a sudden they survive. But then you have those that fail, and they fail miserably. We know a lot of people who have failed miserably. And so when I say the right way, I'm saying that when these kids decide, it's time to break out and do their own, whether it be 18 or 19 going to college, it's that I want them to be able to go knowing credit score, knowing investments, knowing how to save money, knowing how to do things themselves. God forbid if the girls are ever driving down the street and get a flat tire, I want them to say, okay, let me pop the trunk, get out the tire iron, the spare, jack the car up, take it off. I don't want them to have to feel like, oh my God, I got to call dad. Oh my God, I got to call my brothers. I got to call AAA. So it's like, I want them to understand that you can be feminine, but still know how to take care of yourself as a woman. And the boys, they understand that it's like, I can go out here in the world and I know how to maintain for myself, how to provide for myself. I don't have to rely on mommy and daddy. I don't have to call parents, so I don't have to call my grandparents. So it's like, when I say the right way, I want the kids to get an understanding of life, not this scripted, what I want you to see. I want them to understand the real thing. And I feel like that's one thing that Trina does very well, because when I first came around, she was explaining to me how she raised them. And then she was also telling me, like, she's like, oh, they know what drugs are. I'm like, they 10 years old. What you mean they know what drugs? She said, I told them very young because I wanted them to understand this is what happens if you get strung out. Listen, let your kids talk to a crackhead sometimes. Because I'm going to be real, drug addicts are extremely honest. Especially one thing I can admit, on McDonald Avenue at that Arco, it was this one dude. He told us every time he seen us, after he had to pump our gas, he was always telling us like what not to do, what he did, what got him there. And my thing is that nowadays you have a lot of people that don't have that same thing. It's like they want to hide what drugs are. And it's like when your kids get out there and experience it for themselves, it's like they don't know how to come back for it. Like me, I'm gonna be honest. I never smoked a day in my life until I got to college. Never touched cigarettes, weed, none of it. I got to college. I had my first experience. It only lasted for about a year for me. It wasn't my thing. Like my mom educated me on what it was, but for me, it just, it ain't my thing. So it's like, I feel like now it's very important, especially with what goes on in this world, with all the racism and all the Me Too's out there, like, and that's real. Like, there's a lot of people who go through that, and it's like, if we don't teach our children about these things, the most dangerous place for a child to be educated is the schoolyard. I know that for a fact.
Right, and they're starting earlier and earlier and earlier, But it's having those honest conversations, and like you said, setting up those structures. The most you knew about a bill was turn off my light so my light bill ain't gonna go up. Cut that water off. It's not okay. You're doing these chores to do an allowance, or if you're not getting an allowance, and this is why, because this house costs, this apartment costs, these groceries cost. We don't have these conversations, and we don't prepare them in that sense. You feel me? So you can set up those structures, and what you got to remember is you can't put too many pressures on yourself to try to be a perfect parent, because there's no such thing. You feel me? They learn by watching you. You feel me? Because you could say this all day, but they're gonna watch what you do. You feel me? When you taking them, having them filling out the bank slip, what is it? What is it? Getting them involved. Instead of them up here playing games and stuff on their phone, have them reading stuff. Giving them homework on top of the non-homework that the school system is giving them.
This distance learning is trash. Trash. I wish we had distance learning growing up. Like, what is a distance? Like,
I never went to school. Never. They couldn't have paid me to sign into class.
Yeah, nah,
it's on my time. What?
Oh yeah, nah, it's terrible. It's
not happening.
I don't understand it. I don't. But it's like it's the world we live in, and they're just not being properly prepped and trained for the world. And the world is out there eating people alive. Seriously. Yeah. That's just what it is,
Major facts.
It sucks. But I know, but you work with kids, right?
I did, yeah.
You did? No more?
Well, no. behavioral specialist work, we was inside the schools. You feel me?
Oh,
And even
yeah,
that,
yeah.
like, they didn't. It wasn't working. They didn't want us to work with the kids to change and better the situation. They wanted babysitters. I'm not a babysitter. You know what I mean? Like, they want to stick these kids that want, for one, the teachers are all kind of soft. You feel me? Because it's just like parenting. You set the precedents. You yeah, player. You set your tone in your classroom of how it wants to be. I had teachers where I knew I'm not getting away with nothing. I had teachers like, I can go tell you to sit down. I had teachers like, Shimo, you come in here with that energy today. It's going down. You know what I mean? You know, these teachers are soft, bro. And I wish a 9-year-old would tell me you're going to slap the shit out of me. Do it. Listen, I'm going to stand here. You walk over here and do it, and I'm going to flip your ass across this room. And then when your parents come, they going to get it too. Because now the parents get to deal with it hands-on of what these teachers and stuff have to do with their kids. But before it was, you go to school, you're not my responsibility, but this is my child. And your kid up here lying, your kid up here being sneaky, doing all kind of stuff that they know they're not supposed to be doing. But because the system is like, well, you can't really raise your voice and you can't do this or you can't do that because we're scared of a lawsuit, then homeschool them. Homeschooling. You take off your job or work from home and you teach your kid that wants to sit up on their cell phone in my class all day and text their friends who's sitting right next to them, who don't want to pay attention. Then when I ask them a question, they want to be smart and stuff. I don't make enough money to be here dealing with this. Then I'm calling you, telling you, no, I'm serious. Then I'm calling you, trying to help your child, and you want to sit up here and make excuses to continue to enable them. No, bro. I'm with your kid 8 hours a day. I'm asking you for the 3 hours that they're with you waking to have conversations with them, implement certain things. You can't even take the time out to do that. So they're going to be a reflection of you. When they come here, if that's just how they want to act, they're not going to be in my classroom. You want help? I'm not going to take this time out to do this because I got 20 other kids I got to pay attention to.
You ever fight a kid?
Huh?
You ever fight one of your students?
I knock one of them little niggas out with a heartbeat, bro. Listen, what? I don't play that. And the sad part about it is these kids try to use the system against you. They spit on you, they try to swing on you and do whatever they want to and think they're protected by the system. Absolutely not. I'm not going to get no stitches, no broken nothing behind no kid, bro. A kid, I'm taking my belt off. Point blank and period. And when your parents come, they're catching a fade.
I'll fight kids.
Easy, any day. Name one.
Especially since most of these kids look like me. They're my size.
Listen, hey, the worst part about it is you ain't even gotta fight them. You cap on them and their whole life is over, bro.
Oh yeah, that's bullying. You can't. It's bullying. You're not allowed to do that.
That's not bullying. I'm gonna laugh at you and I'm gonna make everybody else laugh at you. And then what are you gonna say? My feelings are hurt. Okay. Well, you shouldn't have been talking when you weren't supposed to be talking. Oh, you thought you were being funny and tried to cap on me, and then realized I got jokes for days.
That's bullying.
That's not bullying.
You can't talk. Listen.
That's
in this day and age,
you what you think you're ready for to step up with me.
In this day and age, you can't even look in a child's direction and say that they musty. You can't not like we used to. Can't do that no more.
Then keep them home. Take them to work with you. Raise them right, and I won't have to. Point blank and period. Because you got to think about it. Somebody could have told you, "I'm gonna call your mom." You'd be like, "What did you want me to read?"
Hey, Cole. Listen, true story. My mama tell you, my teacher had my mama on speed dial. Fact. Like my mama would park on the school grounds, and I hear the little alarm in the Mazda beep.
Listen, my mom was at the school, and I didn't even know she was at the school. I get home, she told me everything I did. I'm like, where was you at?
Hey, one of the most embarrassing moments of my life, I'll never forget. 4th grade, Miss Curley. I'm sitting in class. I was one of the class clowns, so like my chair was right by the door. I kid you not. One day, my mama just opened the door and just that was me.
Listen, it's real, but parents don't do that. You know what I mean?
Or
Their
you can't be friends with kids.
parents could care less. We didn't send so many emails, had so many conferences set up. They won't return phone calls. They won't even show up on their behalf. You know what I mean? Like it's sad, bro. It's sad. It's
Because
sad.
they tired of dealing with their deadbeat daddies most of the time. That's what it is.
That was their choice. They laid down with the flea. They knew what they was getting anyway. So, but again, because he was who he was and how he looked, you wanted it, and you got the kid, you got the seed, you got so handle it.
I mean,
No excuses. We gotta stop making excuses for people, bro.
I'm not making excuses. Listen, you know, I ain't making excuse for nobody.
We gotta do better. We just do. We have to.
As a people, as a generation, as a whole.
And hold people accountable, because you got friends, you know people. It's always somebody else. It's always somebody. It's something else. It's always, we don't hold people accountable because we don't want to ruffle feathers. We want to be liked. Man, I don't need friends. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're such a good friend.
Yeah, I don't care if people like me. Like, and it's crazy because even me doing the podcast,
So nice.
You got some heat for your early ones, bro. I don't know what you said, but whatever.
I
you
wasn't.
said,
But see, I
somebody
wasn't.
said.
Okay, so that wasn't even my podcast. I was on a Friends, and basically it was that whole light skin, dark skin thing, and I got into some mess because I made comment about light skin. But what I
What
said,
you said about light skin?
I just said me personally, like I'm more attracted to a dark skin than I am a light skin.
And
And
somebody got offended?
well, because they prolonged it and was like, but you about to have a light skinned child. No, they said, but your girl's light skinned. I said, no, my girl's Mexican. And it was like, oh, so you trying to say you don't like light skinned black women? Oh, and it's like, come on, bro. Like, come on. Like, stop.
But you even got to think about the trauma and the thing behind that, because even in black culture, they try to put light skin on the pedestal, like light skin is beautiful and dark skinned people aren't, and that's not true. You feel me? They always, even and it goes back. They always thought the lighter, the fair, the better they look. That's not necessarily true. I've been seeing some chocolate, and they're beautiful. Their skin is flawless. Like they're beautiful. But we have this if because what normally comes with light skin, straighter hair, different eye colors. You know what I mean? It's always been put on a pedestal like it was better than a darker or a more melanin person. You know what I mean? So people gonna say how they feel.
Hey, real talk, unpopular opinion. I'm gonna say this right now. Kelly Rowland looked better than Beyonce.
Kelly Rowland was better than Beyonce?
Yep, I don't care. I'm gonna say it. I don't care what nobody say. It's my opinion.
Kelly Rowland better than Beyonce?
Kelly Rowland,
Right.
Kelly
Rowland is beautiful, but Beyonce.
Listen, that's my
Thighs
preference.
are different. Beyonce's thighs are different. If
Kelly Rowland better than
had
Beyonce, I don't care.
thighs,
You not finna change my thought process on that. I don't.
listen.
Queen B can't see me if Kelly Rowland is in the room. That's what I'm sticking. That's what I'm sticking to.
Listen. You're a weirdo anyway, so whatever you like for you do that. You know what I mean? If I'm going chocolate, I'm definitely not going Kelly Rowland first.
No, I'm just saying I'm just saying out of that group, out of Destiny's Child, when it was everyone was like, oh, Beyonce. I was like, did y'all see?
And
Kelly?
it's probably Michelle that's the freak. That's probably the one. Michelle's probably the one. But
I mean, we will never know because she couldn't stay on her feet long enough. She's always falling. So it's like,
but Beyonce's getting sucked up by the fan, bro. Stop. Stop.
hey, to each his own, man. To each his own. But I got what I was trying to say was that as far as people like just kind of being yourself and sticking to you. It's like me with this podcast. I'm gonna just be honest.
Helps get rid of the smell.
Do you have matches?
Guys, we got 6 minutes.
So I'm saying because the matches does it, let me just take it out.
Sorry.
It's all right. I know you got things going on. But for me, it's like when I first, made the statement, I'm doing a podcast. There was some people who was like, "Yo, this is dope." Concept, do it. But I'm gonna be real, it was a lot of people that was like, nah, not T.
And why though?
And see, I think what it is that people knew one side of me. Like it's like, how do I tell? Because I tell people from Texas all the time. It's like y'all know who I am now, but you guys don't know who I was or how I was brought up, and how I was raised, the things in life. So it's like when people see me now, they're just like, "Oh, he's the goofy. He's it. Ain't no way he gonna be able to have a serious conversation." And then, but for me, it's just kind of like, just because I've never shown you that side doesn't mean it's not.
Facts. And I commend you. I respect you. I'm proud of you, Terrence, for what you're doing and how you are stepping out and doing that. Because like you said, this is how we were raised and brought up alone. You could have let a lot of things stop you and hinder you and block you from doing and being anything. And the fact that you didn't and you're following that, like that's big and that's major, bro. Especially from coming from our background, it's this way or you're in hell. You feel me? So it's like the fact that you even have the confidence, one, that you have in yourself, and that you walk in that and that you're walking in that and doing what you do, bro. You just focus.
I mean, I owe it honestly to people like you and Candace and Kiera, who, as I was growing up, yeah, Kiki, she didn't love
me.
You guys honestly kept in my ear how ugly I was, and it was because of y'all I was able to build up my self-esteem, man. I appreciate
We can talk about you, but can't nobody else talk about you.
Exactly. I appreciate all the bullying y'all get.
Ain't nobody else about to what?
Yeah, because like for you, because you're an artist. You've been making music how long now?
20 plus years.
So when you first started, was it hard for you? Was it like
absolutely?
People really wasn't hard. It's hard, but like kind of now it's like a normal thing for you, to the point where it's like, oh, I got a new project coming out, and then and my thing is this: I'm not telling everybody you got to share my videos. I'm not saying you got to comment.
Support is free though.
Exactly.
A share costs nothing, bro. A like costs nothing. A comment costs nothing. You feel me? You reposting me costs nothing. But you will sit up here and you will repost and send out stuff from John Blow and people that don't matter or know anything, but they actually know us. You feel me? They actually people that know who we are and what we're doing and what we're about, and they won't even take the time to do that. Like, that's a problem.
Honestly, I feel it as this. I don't. Somebody said, because I was talking to somebody else about this, and they said it's undercover hate. In reality, it's like they don't want to see you grow, so they're not gonna do nothing to help. And like you said, it's free. I'm not saying donate to the show. I'm not saying it ain't no bar saying send me $25. Like, nah, it's just simple as like share.
Share me. That's it. Share it. Share it.
Listen, just watch the video while you at work. You ain't even gotta listen. Take your headphones off and just let it play. That's a view.
Can you hear me now? I'm not even saying that. I want you to listen to it. I want you to look at what I'm doing. And if you like it, if there's anything positive from, share it. Like, if you're not feeling me, you think I'm whack, by all means, don't. But just to do nothing, even if you leave that comment, yo, I see you come harder. Thank you. Okay, that's fuel. That's fuel. You feel me? Hey, maybe you should talk about this on your. Okay, thank you. You see me. You're on this shit all day. You're posting and doing everything all day anyway that has nothing to do with you.
Shade room and baller. That's all they pay attention.
You're commenting and giving your opinions on everything else. Whether I welcome it all.
And my thing is, I don't care about negative criticism. If you feel like a certain topic wasn't it, tell me. Because all criticism is welcomed here at Detox Podcast. Because all it's gonna do is help. So it's like, I didn't have shows, and then I walked in the room, and my girl's like, I didn't like this. And it's like, thank you.
Right.
I've had people.
Something.
Yeah, I had people who I didn't even know watched the show, saw me out in SEC, and was like, "Yo, I saw the show," and I'm like, "Word?" And it was like, "Yeah, I like this episode, but this episode helped me understand." And I'm like, "Cool, this is what we meant. This is what we It's a simple thing, but I'm not. We an hour in. I'm not gonna hold you.
And on top of that, we also have to remember that it's never gonna come from our inner circle. We want it to, but we always have to remember to think bigger and outside of our circle. You feel me? We can't. It would be perfect for us to get that support and that love from this, but it's not gonna come from there. You know what I mean? And we got to remember what we're doing is not just for here. You feel me? So
it's like you can start here, but eventually you got to grow at some point. And that's what we're doing over here. But before we go, you got any new projects coming out?
Oh yeah, working on that right now. No Gimmicks Volume 2. That'll be dropping pretty soon. Just dropped the Lost Tapes mixtape series. That's on SoundCloud. You can go check IamShamel.com out. All my music's on there. The No Gimmicks Volume 1 is out on all digital platforms. Freestyle Friday, every Friday, just dropped one on Instagram at IamShamel. Make sure y'all tap in because we in the community too. We just launched our nonprofit, peacecommunitycloset.org. Y'all go out and see what we're doing with the homeless. Tap in. We out here moving.
Can I be in the next music video? That's all I want to know.
Yeah, when I come out there and shoot, listen, I already got the concept. When we come out there, yeah.
We going back to the rich?
All day.
Okay, we just can't go down with that one street because I'm not allowed down the street.
You're not allowed.
we ain't gonna go. We gonna make that
I don't
turn.
even know if I can get you a clearance down there.
It's all right.
Yeah, I think you burned that bridge.
We'll bring Randall with us, but other than that, we're not going down that street.
I have to call my cousin to see if I can phone a friend.
Yeah, listen. Hey, I'm telling you, when that car hit the corner, I didn't know what was gonna happen.
Listen, they were coming for you, bro.
Hey, old life flash from my eyes.
He with you? Yeah, he with me. Yeah, he's good. All right. Good.
I ain't seen him around here before. That's because I was on the other side.
He's good. Yeah.
we're okay.
Listen,
we're okay,
bro. Listen.
Look, I love it, man. I appreciate it so much.
Love you too, bro. Keep it up, man.
Tell everybody I said hey, and
I will. And you remember, like the fact that nothing's perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect father. There's no such thing as a perfect parent. You feel me? We can only do our best and give our best, and pray that we're guided each day to be better than we were before. But you know what I mean? At the end of the day, just be true and do what you can, bro.
That's all we're gonna do, man. Another show on Detox. We're gonna try to come next week. Next week is Valentine's Day, so I'll probably be busy out of town. Something. However, there is a topic that is interesting, fellas. Do you expect a gift on Valentine's Day?
Y'all expect gifts all the time. What are you talking about?
Listen, I'm gonna talk
y'all
about
want
next.
y'all dick sucks. Y'all want y'all cars. You guys expect a lot.
Is that a gift? Is that a gift, or is that like just a requirement for the relationship?
Requirement for a relationship?
If a man has to buy or pay that $700 ring, is it too much for him to ask for just a little off the top?
But that's the problem. This requirement that I have to do to get. If that's the case, you go pay the $50 and get your wang sucked on the blade, and then you can feel how you feel. But the fact that you expect something like that,
I'm not
for doing something that you should want to do. Like, if it's Valentine's Day and I know my thing is, I'm coming with flowers, chocolate. We're doing the whole situation because I'm like, listen, you deserve it. I want to show you appreciation for who you are and what you are in my life. Not because I want you to put your mouth on my shit, bro. You guys got to change your mentality.
Listen, I'm not. First off, real men aren't coming in there with the expectation of like, yeah, I'm about to get you these flowers, these hugs, this little bracelet, and in return I want sex. No, I'm talking about if a man is dating, if you are in a fresh relationship. And let's just be real, like Kui said, ain't no $700 rent. Rent for a nice place is at least going for 12. So if you ask me to pay your rent for you and we're just fresh, I can't ask for a little bit off the top.
Listen, if she's asking you to pay her rent for you and y'all fresh, you need to drop her because you ain't the only one that's paying her rent right now, and I can guarantee it.
I'm pretty
First
sure
of all,
you're
and,
just
like,
the one she wants to say yes.
You can't do things that's something that's expected and normal. Like if we gonna have our bills in our home situation, what's being taken care of, that's separate. The above and the beyond is what comes, and you're just gonna get it unexpectedly. If you take care of what you're supposed to take care of above and beyond, you ain't never gonna have. You gonna walk in the house and she gonna be like, "Drop your pants." Come here. You know, if you know what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to do it, when it's that, listen, let me love you. We are natural nurturers. We are natural lovers. We are naturally gonna give and do whatever if you're doing and you're being above and beyond, like the basics, nigga. You want an applause for the basics, nigga? You gotta do better.
All I'm saying
You
is
gotta do better.
for the women who gonna watch this episode, if you out here asking a man pay your rent, you better not look at him crazy when he asks you. Come on now.
If your nigga pay your rent and he asks you to suck his dick because you paid his rent, is that okay? Is that cool? You don't think so, Panda? If your nigga pays your rent and he's like, "Oh, I paid your rent, you want to suck my dick?" Is that cool? Okay. You got the money on the rent. Are you expecting your dick? You're expecting your dick to be sucked.
Listen, hey, you could laugh, but it's real. It's real. Ain't no sugar daddies out here. Like ain't no sugar daddies out here. Ain't no.
It is though. That's the thing. There's old niggas that don't even want sex, but want to pay me whatever I want just to be in my presence.
That's sugardaddy.com. That's on sugardaddy.com.
That's a real site?
That's a real site.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, they got sugar daddy sites. They got apps and everything.
Listen, I'm gonna show them my toes. Be like, how much can I get?
There's no real talk. There's a demand for that.
Yeah, for real.
I swear to God, bro. There's some men out here with foot fetish, and
y'all
show
niggas is nasty. That's why I don't fuck with y'all. Y'all are nasty.
show a man a pinky toe, and he might pay your rent. I'm dead serious.
You guys are disgusting.
I know a girl, and her ex have like he hit her up talking about send me a picture of your feet. Like she'd be like at the nail shop, and he'd be like, "Oh my God, this is amazing. Oh my God."
You guys are gross. I don't know how you're wired, but you're weird. You're weird. Yeah.
Please, hey, but that thing is,
he said not them toes, boy.
Hey, but see the thing, hey, real talk. There's people on OnlyFans right now with sites. What?
I got an OnlyFans. I got an OnlyFans. For ladies only. You know what I mean? I got an OnlyFans. Talk to me.
Hey, I'm about. You got your girl doing a silhouette challenge on OnlyFans?
I don't have a girl. You know?
Oh, it ended? I had no idea. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we broke up almost 2 years ago.
Damn. Sorry.
Yeah.
My condolences.
Huh?
My condolences to the relationship.
Listen. Thank you.
You must have not been showing her your feet. Hey, all right, we gotta go. But hey, I appreciate it. I love you. Y'all go tap into her OnlyFans if you want your. Hey, peace out of here.
Do the silhouette, Mel swear. Y'all stupid. Y'all tap into that Instagram too. And I am Shamel. Oh.
Hey, she got an OnlyFans coming just for the feet. So fellas, if you want to see some feet, ladies, if you want to see some feet, don't just go ahead and click the subscribe button. She got the toes. What's the color of the week? Red, purple, orange, pink.
What, for the toes?
Yeah, for your toes. What's the color of the week?
You're down.
She gonna do the silhouette toe challenge, y'all. We out of here, man.